Hello mate and welcome to Making Shoes, the channel for people who like making things. So I've had a bit of a nightmare this week. I had something planned for the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett. It was a little Mandalorian and Grogu ornament slash light. It was really cool. Couldn't get the air bubbles out of it. It messed right up. So I've had to invest in a vacuum chamber. Something I'll need with doing all these different projects. You just have to get the air bubbles out sometimes. And all these tips on YouTube on how to time, burn them out, heat it up, don't work. You need a vacuum chamber. So I've got one, but now I'm stuck in limbo because I'm waiting for the resin to arrive. But I did have a little bit left over. So what I've done is this week is I've compared the UV resin, the smooth 3D prints, wood filler, car filler. So yeah, let's head to the garage. Let's test all three. Hello and welcome to Making Shoes. This is the way. So, I've been doing some 3D prints. This is a project for my friend's son. This is just to, I've done little strips of each. This is a test for Carbondo, wood filler, UV resin, just to see how quick and easy and cost effective it is to get rid of them layer lines. So I've just cured the UV resin. This is 24 hours after. This is all three of them on there. You can see the wood filler, UV resin. It's pretty smooth. Here's some blotches, but it's pretty smooth. And the car body filler. So, initial thoughts are the car filler is good at bridging gaps. The UV resin does have some pooling, so it is into one gap, but we'll give that a sand of all three and see how they turn out like. So I've done all my sand, I'm pretty happy with it. This is the wood filler. You can just about see the layer lines. You can see a join there. So it's not really good on bridging caps, but it is pretty smooth. It is cheap. So onto the body filler. I've used this before in the past and I really like it. It bridges gaps really well. It's smooth. It sands like a dream. It's like a marbly effect. It's super strong, but it is dearer than wood filler. It's about £18–20 for that pot, but it will last. It'll probably do this right here and a bit more. The UV resin, that's the dearest. That's £25 cheapest. It's super quick to cure. It is hard to sand because it is see-through, but it is really, really smooth. As smooth as the body filler. So at the end of the day, I would say if this is a one-off project with a 3D print, or you just want to smooth an object, then the wood filler we want to go for, because it is cheap, it does have a good finish, it is easy to work with. But if you're going on to more complicated joins and you want to cover them up, it'll be the body filler. And then the UV resin, if it's just a simple little 3D print, you can cover it in this, cure it. You wouldn't feel any layer lines at all. I do want to try the UV resin on some foam, so I'll be trying that next. But basically, if you're going to do this one-off wood filler all day long, super cheap, easy to work with, not as strong as the others. Car filler would be next, just because it's strong, easy to use again. These both cure overnight, so the same aspect. They both go a long way as well. But the UV resin, you can pour, it's self-leveling, cures, there's not much sanding to do after. But for this particular model, because I need ridges, the UV resin won't do that, but this will. So I'm going to use body filler, wood filler, and UV resin on this particular helmet. But as I say, the ultimate winner is UV resin. Car body filler next. Third place to be wood filler. But it's up to you guys. You know what you're doing more than me. You know your price range. Wood filler's good, does more work with sanding, what have you. Car filler's good as well, but it does require more sanding, but it's durable and it bridges them gaps. UV resin is the dearest. It is the quickest curing, but you do need sunlight. So cloudy days it will not cure. That's why I have a lamp, which is additional cost. I think that was £10. So yeah, they've all got their pros and cons. Think about what your goal is. If it's a one-off thing, as I say, all day long, wood filler or the car body filler. So a little side note, this is an Iron Man helmet I made from foam. Templates are easy online. I covered this in PVA and then this thin plastic called 65D Smooth On. Then I filled it in with car filler. So that works as well. So let's try the UV on the palm part of a stormtrooper. So this fits on top of the hands. This is nicely cured. It's foam on the back and seems pretty rigid and hard on the top. And it hasn't melted the foam either, which is pretty cool. That's good to find out, because I can easily make little props from foam. Reliableness? Right,